Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Ready to Run. This is a horse movie, and God knows that Disney Plus has a ton of horse movies. Well, before that, the Disney Channel would have a lot of horse movies, because kids, particularly girls who tend to watch the Disney Channel, love horses, and who doesn't? But in this case, this is a racehorse movie. It's about a girl named Christy, right? Corey. Let's get some facts out of the way. This is from 2000. It runs an hour and 28 minutes. Corey is a girl who helps out at the stables in California, I'm guessing, from the way everything is named. It's California, and she's helping at the stables, as I just said. The stable is not doing too great. Her dad used to be a horse racer, a jockey, but guess what? He's dead due to horse racing. Ding, ding, ding. Dead parent alert of the Disney trope. You got to have one dead parent at all times, and your hands and feet inside the vehicle as well. So she's been raised by her mom, and her grandma was there, and it looked like her little brother wearing her underwear on his head. Don't ask. But it might be a little girl. I don't know. I can't really be sure. Either way, Corey loves these horses, and she looks out for them. And there's, of course, a guy that's just in it for the money, and he races horses, and if they fail, then he just sends them to the glue factory. He's pretty much, we're going to just sell them off for horse meat and forget about him. Let's move on to something else. Okay, so we got our bad guy. We don't see too much of him except when he's antagonizing our heroes. He doesn't really do anything malicious other than threaten or attempt to have horses turned into glue or meat. Dog food, basically. I'm hoping it's dog food. God, if it's anywhere else, that'd be weird. Then there's Hector, played by Nestor Serrano. Now, this is a guy, when you see him, you'll be like, I know that guy. He usually plays like the bad guy, or a Latin bad guy in just about any movie that features Latinos as bad guys. He's rarely a nurturing figure. In this case, he is just the opposite. He is a real good guy. He runs the ranch. He gives Corey the job that she enjoys, and he looks out for her. So it's kind of against type, which is kind of nice to see him in a different role. And by the way, speaking of Latino, this is a very strong Latino cast. I mean, all the primary characters are Latino. The hero group, the family, which is surprising. There's usually has to be a white lead in some cases, but it's as surprising that the entire main cast is Latino, except for one, a guy by the name of B. Moody, played by Jason Dohring. And if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because you're a fan of Veronica Mars and also iZombie, among other things. But Jason Dohring is known for his moody, sarcastic, sort of dark. He's sort of a jerk a lot of the times in those shows. He's the dangerous bad boy, and he spends a lot of time lean with his shirt off, very serious. And if he's funny, it's always at somebody else's expense. Usually, he's got a lot of dark humor in him. In this case, though, he's a teenager, and he is the goofiest freaking thing you've ever seen. He's lanky. He's a horse stunt rider. He basically came from the circus, and somebody brought him in to ride some of Hector's horses. He can do all sorts of things on the horse. This is great. He can ride the horse and bounce around and flip around and do all sorts of things. Of course, it's a stunt man, but the character can do all these things. He doesn't figure into majority of the story. He's, believe it or not the focus. It is fully Corey and a horse named TJ. Now, TJ is Thunder Jam, I think. Thunder Jam. Man, I've already forgotten. But they call him TJ. It's much easier to remember. Also, he insists on being called TJ. Yes, the horse talks. Hey, Wilbur. It's Mr. Ed. Yeah, so, but the thing is, only Corey can hear them. Hear him, hear them. She can hear all the horses. She has this connection to the horses that only certain people get. Her father had it, and now she has it. Her family is strong with the horse force. So, strong with the force. God. Anyway, yeah, so Paul Rodriguez is the voice of TJ, also Latino. It's a very, I'm surprised. It's a very strong Latino cast, Latin cast, which is kind of great. It's not seen that often. You also have appearances by, Sinbad as one of the horses. Yeah, a bunch of other people. I don't recognize their names too well, but yeah, they're Sinbad's probably the most famous out of all the other horses other than Paul Rodriguez. But yeah, so she creates this bond with this horse. She thinks she's going crazy at first, but he proves to her that he's really talking to her. And also, he's a horse that really doesn't like to race. He's kind of lazy. He's a jerk. He's scared of gates. He's really not... He comes from a history of race horses, but he was never raised properly to race. He just was figured, he's a son of a racehorse, so he's just going to race. And he just screws up constantly. He's like the worst horse you've ever met, at least at racing, when that's supposed to be his thing. So the jerky guy I talked to you about before, who's like, I'll get rid of all the horses that don't please me and turn them into meat and glue. Well, he's like, I'll sell it for a bag of peanuts. Well, guess who just happens to have a bag of peanuts with her when he says that? Corey. So she gets the horse, and she decides she wants to train it, and she wants it to race. Mom's not too happy about this. Mom's still hanging on to Dad's death because of bad horse racing. But she gives in, and hopefully the horse will pay off, but she's not allowed to ride the horse at all. She's not, at least training, sure, but not racing, no racing. So, of course, that's where Moody comes in. Moody becomes the jockey, even though he seems way too tall to be a jockey. I don't know. Maybe it's his little long bird legs. I have no idea. But he's kind of goofy. He's kind of like a surfer dude sort of thing. He's not very bright. It's everything that is the opposite of Jason Dohring's character on Veronica Mars. Seriously, 100% the opposite. It's funny to watch him here. So if you're a fan of these, iZombie and Veronica Mars, and of course Jason himself, who is hilarious in all these roles, he's you got to watch this. You got to watch it just for that. But yeah, beyond that, the acting, for the most part, is not that great. The lines are all kind of stilted. I don't know if it's because of the acting or because of the just really bad dialogue, and some of the bridging dialogue, like they just seem to sort of ad-lib in their excitement when Corey's supposed to show excitement over something. She repeats the same thing, but louder. And it doesn't fit very well. And she does have a very loud, annoyed voice. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not going to mock her at all, but I'm just saying, yeah, the acting is not great here. Of course, I mean, Nestor is great. He's just like character actor veteran. He's just done so much. And by the way, he also has a kind of thing for the mom. But there's all sorts of other complications in between there. Anyway, you understand what's going to happen in this film. I'm not going to really ruin it for you, but, it's going to be a horse race. The stakes keep getting higher. Somehow TJ gets better and better. Oh, there's one thing that makes him better and better. Rock and roll. Particularly rock and roll from the late 90s when you put headphones on him in the middle of a race. he just starts rocketing around that track because he loves generic late 90s rock and roll. It's bad. A lot of it's so bad, despite the fact that, what's his name, Moody, loves to prattle off a bunch of names of his favorite bands, from Zeppelin to Red Hot Chili Peppers to Pearl Jam, that he likes to listen to when he's riding. It helps him, so he figures it's going to help the horse. So he puts the headphones on the horse, technically just hanging it over his neck rather than his ears, but the horse feels it, and TJ just goes to town. So, yeah, there's the secret formula in how they can win. Montages galore. There's even a clothing montage that you normally get with girls just going to the mall and just trying on different outfits. In this case, they get Moody to dress up in a ton of different outfits and just be dorky. Like this outfit right there. By the way, that is Jason Dohring. Yeah. I don't remember him wearing that, but yeah, we get a Jason Dohring fashion photo shoot of him trying on different jockey outfits. Yeah. Oh no, actually he did wear that outfit early on when we first see him when he's showing off his skills. But yeah, his jockey outfit's very different. The bad guy is out to get them and make sure his horse that he's actually chosen will win. And they've got to overcome all the odds, even though everything is set against them, to win the day. And if they win this big race at the end, all their debts are paid. The what do you call it? The barn, the ranch, whatever, gets saved, and nobody's struggling with money anymore, kind of thing, if they can just win this. Will they win it? Can they win it? Well, you're going to have to watch it to see. I don't really recommend it. It's not really that great of a movie. But if you like horse movies and overcoming all odds and girls bonding with horses and stuff like that, if you're Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers, you're going to love this movie. It's going to be your favorite movie because maybe you'll see Jason Dohring's butt in it. I don't know. I didn't see his butt, but I'm pretty sure that's a sure thing for Tina Belcher if if his butt was in it, along with horses. So I just, yeah. Other than that, the movie doesn't really do a whole lot for me. It pretty much is fairly predictable and goes through all the motions that you'd expect a movie like this to go through to reach its inevitable conclusion, which, if you've ever seen a movie like this, you know how it's going to end. What? They're not allowed to use the headphones and electronic device to enhance the horse's ability to win? What are they going to do now? Oh, there's a fire in the barn. Somebody gets injured. What are they going to do now? So you know what's coming. So it's a pretty by the numbers, but it's for kids. It's on the Disney Channel. It's a Disney Channel original movie. It's not Citizen Kane, but you know what you're getting in for. So yeah, Ready to Run may not be the best movie you're going to see this year, but if you like horses and Jason Dohring, it's for you. Let's pick tomorrow's. 88. Did we have this one? I think we did. No, we didn't. Oh my gosh. I knew wearing a Marvel shirt would finally get me a Marvel movie. We're back in the MCU, people, and it's not the sequel. It's the first in a series of Marvel movies about this character, even though it's not listed alphabetically first. But, yes. It's Captain America, the first Avenger. We're going to watch Captain America. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen this in a long time. I mean, I watched it leading up to the Infinity War and the Endgame and stuff like that, but it's been a while. So yeah, it's nice to finally get a little bit of Marvel fun into my Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. So I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm sure we've all seen it already. If not, now's your time. Do it now. Do it tonight or tomorrow or whatever, by the time we show up back here on your computer screen or wherever you watch me. All three of you. So, see you back here tomorrow.